Hey guys, happy Friday and welcome back to Wanderlusting Lawyer. Today I'm going to make a video talking about the technology that I used or had with me on my Camino de Santiago. I'll be showing you the stuff I had with me just this past summer when I walked 9 days on the end of the Chemin d'Arles in France and connected into the Camino Aragonés in the Aragon region of Spain, but I'll also reference where I maybe used different technology a few years ago when I walked the Camino Frances in 2018. So this is obvious. I probably brought more than maybe some people bring or less than some people bring. This is obviously up to you on what you may want to have. As always, this is just to give people different ideas, and I love, opening the discussion around these topics. So if you have any thoughts or suggestions, please always feel free to leave a comment. It always is appreciated from my end to see the engagement from you guys. So without further ado, the first piece of technology I had, I can't show you because I am using it right now. I use my iPhone 11, not the Pro, just the regular one, to film these videos, and that's all I had on my Camino for taking pictures. It takes really great pictures. I had multiple people ask me when I would post on Facebook, what kind of camera I was using. I only use my iPhone, so that was the technology I had for photographs. I know some people take like really nice cameras or drones, things like that. I just use my iPhone. And then the other thing that I took that I also can't show you is my mini tripod, which is holding the camera right now. I've taken it both Caminos. I don't think I've used it once. I almost didn't take it this time because I told myself, you didn't use it last time, but I was convinced in a few places I would want it to kind of hold up. So it's just about this big. It's not a full tripod. It'll stand, or you can connect it to things. And I thought I was going to use it to take, while I was walking, like pano shots and stuff. I didn't use it once. So next time I will leave it at home. But it was in my bag, and it's not heavy, but it's not super light either, and it's kind of clunky. So I'll be happy to leave that at home next time. And in conjunction with those, I can't find it right now, but I also took like one of those selfie lights that clips to your phone. I've used it in making videos since being back, and I really like it. It works well, but I don't think I used it when I was there, so I will also leave that at home. Moving right along, so in terms of making sure that I had power on the go if I needed it, I had a portable battery. So this was actually really important because my iPhone, I've had it for a few years, and the battery performance is not what it used to be, as we all know tends to happen with phones, especially iPhones. And so, using my GPS a lot and the camera and everything like that, I actually ended up like running out of battery a few times. And so it was really important to have an external battery. I love this one. I got it on Amazon. I think the brand is Misso, Miisso. I can put a link down below. I love this one because it has the cords built in. So it has three, actually. It has this one, which I don't know what they call this one. It's like maybe that's a micro USB. I'm not sure, but I do have some technology that uses this. This one is the lightning cable for Apple products. And then there is also, maybe it's just those two. So yeah, so there isn't a cord attached for just a regular kind of cable, but you can connect, if you have a cable, you can connect one there. So this is better, I suppose, for iPhones. And so it was really useful. It has a built-in flashlight as well. And it has lights that tell you how much battery is left. So yeah, this was really important to have while I was walking. And actually a few years ago, I took one similar to this, and I also took a big power bank that was probably about this big and had, maybe 3 to 4 full charges. This has maybe like 2. So this is a 6,000 MAH. I actually don't know what that stands for, but this should charge your phone maybe 2 full times, and then the other one I think was 10,000, but it was a few years ago, so the technology wasn't as advanced. I found that this one was perfectly fine this time, and I never used the big one last time. I just would make sure to charge this separately every night so that it was ready to go for the next day. And if it wasn't raining, I kept it in the hip belt of my pack. So in terms of making sure you have enough space to charge all your stuff, I think a lot of the places I've stayed have come a long way in adding outlets. So there are outlets near most beds, or at least extension cords. So I actually ended up buying this adapter. It's just an all-in-one piece. It would have been nice if this could have folded down. That's one change I would make. I got this on Amazon too. I liked that there were 3 USB plugs, one of these smaller ones again, and then a regular plug just in case. And the only thing I don't like about it is there's a little light that comes on when it's plugged in. So next time I'll just cover that with, duct tape. But I think it's important to have, to only use one outlet, and have an item that can allow you to charge multiple things at one time. So this is also from Amazon, and I can include the link below. Related to that, I had all of my cords that I would need. I actually forgot my iPhone lightning cable before leaving, so I had to buy one at the airport in, where was I think Miami, and this will cost $8 on Amazon, and I think it cost me $40 at the airport, so that was rough. So don't forget your charging cable, maybe even 2, because I think especially an iPhone charging cable would be hard to find in Europe, where iPhones are a lot less common, unless you're in maybe one of the bigger cities or can get Amazon delivery somewhere. And then let's see, what else do I have here? Yeah, so I also brought a watch. I have an Apple Watch. I did not bring it because it needs to be charged like every 2.5 days. And I actually don't use it a lot anyway, so I left that, and it has a separate special cord that it needs as well. So I left that at home, and I took an older Garmin running watch that I have. It's not charged right now, but I loved wearing this watch. I think it's really comfortable. It lasted, I don't even know if I had to recharge it once in the 9 days that I was walking and using it all day. It measures steps, and that's really all I was interested in seeing. I mean, apart from the time. So I really enjoyed seeing my distance and my steps. And that also has a special charging cord. So, it's a little extra weight, but I personally enjoyed having this watch instead of my Apple Watch. In terms of headphones, oh, it's raining. It's Florida in September, if you can hear that. So I brought my AirPod Pros. I love the AirPod Pros. They have a great noise canceling feature. I didn't use that on the Camino because you always want to stay aware of your surroundings. And so I also bought this case for them. So I know people feel differently about listening to music on the Camino. I will say that, so on the Camino Frances, there are many, many more opportunities to speak with people while you're walking, if that's what you want. On the Camino Aragonés, and I think some of the other shorter, significantly less traveled Caminos, you're just alone almost all the time if you're setting off alone. So, sometimes I enjoyed having music, especially if it was late in the day and my feet were killing me and I was tired, so I'd have that, or I would listen to a podcast, or every once in a while, catch up with a friend or something. But obviously that's a personal decision. I know a lot of people prefer to just listen to the sounds of nature. But yeah, I really enjoyed having these with me, but you have to charge these. So I also, just as a backup, brought just a pair of regular Apple headphones just to have in case, those died and I wanted to listen to some music or something like that. Also so this is where I kept everything. I don't think this brand still is on Amazon, but it's kind of like one of those Sea to Summit bags. It's super, super, super lightweight. All my cords and technology stuff, I kept it in here, and so it was easy to find and pack up at the end of the evening or in the morning. And then the last thing I brought was a new tablet that I actually bought kind of for the Camino, and also I spent more time in Europe. I didn't want to bring a bigger computer. So this is Lenovo, and I really like it. It's really sleek and easy to use, and I like having the keyboard. So the issue though is that when I read the weight was like 1.5 pounds or something, that's without the keyboard attached and also without the back protector attached. It's extremely lightweight, almost like an e-reader if you don't have those pieces. But I wanted to protect it, so I had the protector piece, and then the main reason I had purchased it was to have a keyboard. So you might be thinking this is crazy to bring on the Camino, and I probably won't bring it again because I used it maybe once or twice. My thought was when I did my Camino Francés, I was writing really long reflective posts and posting pictures at that basically the end of every day. And it would sometimes take upwards of an hour or more to do it all on my phone. And then I was sacrificing time with other pilgrims, but it was really important to me to this was my form of journaling. And so I thought by having the tablet that it was going to make that process quicker, but it really didn't, for a few reasons. One, I often couldn't use it in places because the Wi-Fi was so bad. I have T-Mobile, and I just paid $50 for, an upgraded month-long international plan, and that worked really, really well. So I actually wasn't even using the Wi-Fi very often, and in a lot of places the Wi-Fi was not good, so I couldn't use it even if I wanted to. But also, none of my pictures were on there, and so I don't know, the thought of taking extra steps of taking the pictures on my phone and then sending them to my computer and doing it that way, it just wasn't something that I did. I just had become really comfortable working on my phone. And so I definitely will save the weight next time and not bring the tablet. And I thought too, well, I can use it. I have Kindle, I have the Kindle app. I can use it as an e-reader if I get bored. And so what's funny is that I brought an e-reader to my first Camino, never used it once. And I was always talking with people or walking around the town or whatever. And I thought this time, well, I still might want to have a book because I'm alone. There are going to be many fewer people. What if I get bored? I didn't read any books. I was probably, if I had, sometimes I was getting into places close to 7:30 p.m., which I never had on the Francés. And so I was just wanting to eat dinner and go to bed. Or even if I had a little bit more time, I was exploring the town or the city that I was in, maybe talking to other pilgrims if I was staying in an albergue. I just didn't have any time to read. So again, it's a personal choice, but I think now after going through this 2 times, I will leave both the e-reader and the tablet at home. If anything, I have the Kindle app on my phone, and so I can read on my phone if I'm really bored. But I didn't have that kind of downtime that I wanted to devote to reading. So in sum, again, let me just look down and make sure I showed you guys everything. It was my phone, it was, the wall charger, the external battery with the built-in cables, the other cables you need for charging, my AirPods, other headphones that are not battery charged, and then my tablet that I never use. So that was the tech that I took. Let me know, if you guys brought other stuff or if you kind of left all your technology at home. And thanks again for watching. Buen camino.